So hey, what's up guys, Box here and welcome to a rainy America. This is Kota, obviously Austin, Texas for the American Grand Prix here on F1 2018 Career Mode. We're here for episode number 18. Last time out, what was it last time out? Oh, it's Japan. The time before I'm thinking of Russia. Russia was a good day. We took our first win out in Russia a couple of races ago, and now here we are sat in P8 in a rainy Austin, Texas. So the tables have turned. Struggled a little bit in qualifying. I haven't showed it. I thought for this episode I'll switch it up. We're not going to show qualifying in this episode. See what you guys think. We'll go back to qualifying in the next one. But let me know what you think. Do you want me to carry on including qualifying? I'm going to cut out practice, because that's going to be a bit samey and boring. Now, I'm doing it because I want the resource points, but just off camera. So, yeah, let's head into the race strategy. It's going to rain all race, so we can either go for the strategy with the two stops or the one stop. So what I'm going to do, stupidly I didn't check the weather before we got into the race, so I'm going to put a little bit more wing on the front to help us out. In fact, I'm going for 2 more wing on the front, 6-4 wings. Hopefully that's okay. So let's get straight into the race. So we're going to put in the clutch then, and let's see if we get ourselves a decent start here at Kota. We're going to get used to the lack of grip at the rear, and those lights stayed on for ages. Watch out for the wheel spin as we get an okay start. Not too much wheel spin there off the start, and we're coming up the inside. Coming into turn number 1, take it easy up the inside. We're going up the inside. Oh, look at that oversteer there. Going to have to be careful with the oversteer. We're going to have to ease ourselves into this Grand Prix. As you can see, Vettel and Hamilton holding each other up. Can we get underneath Sebastian Vettel? No, we can't. Oh, we hooked on the back of him, and he moved out of the way nicely for us. So we got a warning for a collision with Sebastian Vettel, and this is going to be a struggle out here today. I don't think we've lost any wing as we get a massive kick of oversteer. Wow, this isn't even full wets and we're struggling here. It's the rear. We're going to struggle for rear downforce. We've got a dry setup on, as I said before. So let's see if it's going to hinder us. It probably will, but we should do alright down the straights though. It's just through that first sector we might struggle, but as we get used to the lack of grip at the rear, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. We're going to have to watch out on the rich mix, so I'll have to use it down the straight. So the Ferraris are struggling. They're right behind me and they're struggling behind us, so that's okay. Trying to lock up coming into the end of that very long straight, and it seems like our teammate is nicely in P2, so that's good for him at the start of this American Grand Prix. Come on. I'm desperately trying to keep the rear in shape. I mean, I've put on that a little bit extra downforce on the front, which will help us out. Here we go then, come around the final corner, struggling with oversteer. Daniel Ricciardo, that's the fastest lap of the race here today. Looks like we might be able to keep it in rich mix and maybe high deployment mode as well. We'll have to wait and see as we break in up the hill. Then you can brake later, obviously, because it's going uphill, and it should brake a little bit quicker for us, which it does. Coming to the braking zone, we've got Sebastian Vettel right behind us as we go a little bit deep there, trying to turn it in. Vettel's up our inside. We just can't use any of this ERS really either, because we're just half throttling all the time. But we're going to be able to use it down the straights, which will be alright. Here comes Sebastian Vettel then coming at us, but our power unit seems to be holding on. We've got a decent power unit now with McLaren, which is good for us. About 3 seconds was the gap up to the guys. Yeah, 3.3 is the gap to the guys ahead. So if I can just slowly build on this pace, we might be alright. I'm just struggling so much. But I want to keep these Ferraris at bay. I'm going to keep it in hot lap mode for the duration of this Grand Prix, I think, because we're going to be alright as we struggle around these long... Oh... These corners are absolutely horrible. I hope the weather doesn't get any worse. Look how wide we are there. Just can't get it slowed down for these corners. We're going to bring it around the final corner. Ricciardo's going faster and faster. What do we do? 50.4, and the guys ahead are pulling out about 0.3 of a second each sector round, which isn't good. We can start to close that in though if we're careful. Just careful with the throttle, careful with the steering inputs. We can close it down, so let's see what we can do. Here we go then, coming on the straight again on lap number 3 again. We've still got Lewis Hamilton up ahead of us, and we've got both Ferraris behind us trying to find a way past us. They really do close in after the first sector. We do alright for the first sector, then when it slows right down to the slower stuff, then we really do struggle. But on the brakes we should be okay. We should be able to hold on to this. I do hope it dries up, because once it dries up we can put put the throttle down, put a hammer down time, and it's 3.8 seconds. So we've only lost a tenth of a second so far over the course of this lap. So I'm going to start building on consistently and hopefully reel the guys in ahead. Look how close behind they are, and we're now 4.1 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton, and they are pulling away, and this is really starting to frustrate me, this race. So annoyed I didn't check the setup. We'd done so much better with a lot more rear downforce. Look at us, we're completely holding them up. We just keep losing the rear, and then we hold them up so much. You can see we're not using up any of our battery at all. And I know Vettel's going to come up our inside if we're not careful, and this lap's just gone to shit. It's so frustrating, this race. I just want to start to dry up. Please dry up, weather. But for now, we're going to have to try and keep Sebastian Vettel at bay. Here he comes. He's going to go for charge at the inside. He's going to the outside as we go straight up the middle to defend nice and easy from Sebastian Vettel and his teammate Kimi Raikkonen behind. Here we go again on lap number 5. Same issue. Struggling out of the first sector, going into the second sector. It's going to compromise on the straight, actually. We've been alright there because Kimi Raikkonen has overtaken his teammate there, which is good for us. So that's kept the Ferraris off the back of us. But unfortunately, the Haas cars are now catching up to the back of us. And if we take a look at my rear tyres, this is now becoming a problem. We're spinning up the rears too much, and now there's a lot of wear on the rear tyres. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to go the full distance on this one set of inters. I might have to pit for some more. Oh, so the safety car has been deployed. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pit. Okay, so I had my delta was too quick. I'll keep it in hot lap mode because we're not going to burn off any fuel exactly. So this has given us an opportunity now. So we just need to get back to the pits, put on some intermediates, and then if this delta time would go away, we'd be alright. Right, here we go then, going to be coming into the pits on this lap. This could be a risk, but it's an opportunity here. My rear tyres are going to be gone by the end of this race, and we're only 6 laps in and they're already at 38, almost 40%. So whacking on then some new intermediate tyres. Hopefully this will do us well. Maybe the AI will glitch out and pit in, and then we'll be okay, and then we take the win. But I highly doubt that happens. So let's get him. The only car to box, so is this a risk? But we do need it. I mean, we could throw away some points, but luckily the safety car's out. Everyone's starting to catch up, but we're going to come out into P10. Come on, please be P10. Yes, it is P10. Oh, run a bit deep there, so that's okay for us. So we've come out still in the points. Everyone's going to back up, and this is going to be okay. We can get these tyres up to temperature, get used to it, and already the rear feels so much better. Oh, fantastic. I love it when your rear feels fantastic. Right then, let's catch up to the end of the safety car period then, and let's get racing again. So what is going on with Carlos Sainz here? He's just pulled over for some reason. Maybe he's got an issue. Yeah, Carlos Sainz is out of the race, so that's given us a free position. One less car to overtake, and now we're only behind the Haas car, so we only lost 4 positions there. So this pit stop has worked out well for us, but you can see on the rear, 4% just on our first lap. It wasn't exactly a quick lap as we're trying to catch up to the pack, but well, we could be in trouble to come the end of this race, though we won't have many laps to go, so we should be okay. But already, yeah, 5%. We've got a problem with the gearbox as well, 62% wear. Well, not a problem. Ooh, ooh, that's going to cost us a lot of time. Well, we got away with that one. So let's see then. Right, let's catch up to the end of the safety car period, and we will try get ourselves in a decent race finish. Right, get ready to go racing again. Got to figure out where they're going to go. Ooh, we're not going there yet. Get a good exit out of this penultimate corner, and we're off again, going green, coming up the final corner. There we go, at the inside of Romain Grosjean. I will take that one. Using that fresh grip on the brand new tyres, that has helped us out a treat, and we're up into P8. So let's see if we can close down Kevin Magnussen coming to turn number 1 up the inside. There we go, and now we're back behind Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel, and we've got these fresh tyres, so hopefully we'll have a nice little burst of pace, and who knows, maybe we can even challenge for a podium here today. Try not to make too many mistakes. Right, let's ride on board for a little bit. See if we can catch up and pass the Ferraris. If we can get past the Ferraris, we can get past the Mercedes. And then we're on to the podium positions of my teammate and Daniel Ricciardo. So let's keep on pushing them. Put it into overtake mode as we're coming on to the straight, as they all check up a little bit as we're about to come onto the straight. Got plenty of rich mix, making the car a little bit heavier, which should help dig the car into the pavement a little bit more, but I doubt it. It just makes it heavier for the rain. But plenty of ERS, plenty of everything, so let's go racing. So we go Daniel Ricciardo with a 148. We do a 149.8. Oh man, Daniel Ricciardo is so quick round here. Even Fernando Alonso can't keep up with him round here today. Come on, we're just trying to close in on the Ferraris. We're sticking with them, but we don't have the edge. We're going to have to slowly get used to the conditions again. Ooh, we're starting to close in on Sebastian Vettel, so I'm just going to keep on pushing. Got a few more laps. Maybe we can pick off 6th place for a few more points here today. Here we go. Can we do something up the inside on the penultimate lap? Coming to turn 1 up the inside of Sebastian Vettel. He had to back out of that one. We had him straight up the inside, and now we've got to try and push on to Kimi Räikkönen and get back to where we are, maybe into 5th place if we can. So here we are on the final lap, and our tyres are starting to go. The rears have now reached about 36%, and I can tell that they're starting to struggle at the rear, so I don't think we'll be able to catch up to Kimi Räikkönen, but it was good to get ahead of Vettel, and we needed that safety car because we did need to pit. We want to be able to get those first tyres to the end, so let's just bring the car home. 6th place, damage limitation here today. Here we go, drifting around the final few corners. Daniel Ricciardo takes the win for Red Bull. Red Bull doing a fantastic job towards the end of the season as we almost lose it completely in the wall on the final corner. You can see, told you the rear tyres were starting to go, but there we go, 6th place, damage limitation here today. If it was dry, I'd have hoped to have been able to push for a podium, but in the wet we had the wrong setup, so it's all about damage limitation here today. And our teammate did do really well. 2nd place compared to our 6th place. I mean, the team are going to love him for that, but Red Bull starting to get on top now, and that is dropping Ferrari and Mercedes further down the grid. Whenever there's a wet race, they struggle, and Red Bull and McLaren do well, but not me today. So yeah, let's take a look at the standings then. We should still be right up there with the contenders. You can see, there we go, Fernando Alonso in 2nd. Let's take a look. So Sebastian Vettel still leading the way, 330 points, leading the way over Lewis Hamilton and then Bottas. So we are still 15 points behind Max Verstappen, although I think we gained on him a little bit today. Where did he finish today? I'm not sure. But in the constructors, you can see we are not closing in on Red Bull because they did extend the lead here today, did a fantastic job. But Ferrari still leading over Mercedes. Let's take a look. Where was Max Verstappen? Where was he? Verstappen. Oh, he didn't get any points. 16th place for him today. So disappointing for him. So there we go. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, remember to smash the like button. And if you enjoyed it without me showing qualifying, which I don't think you would, I think you prefer with qualifying, but do let me know down below. And there we go. That's it for today's episode, and we'll catch you in the next one.